What's up, y'all? Y'all already knew this video was coming. First of all, this is the shot of the entire trailer. Oh my gosh, the Aes Sedai versus Black Aja. Like, get into it. This battle is going to be so amazing to watch on screen. There will be some spoilers ahead in this video. Just to warn y'all, I'm reading the books and stuff, so I know that I'll reference them and reference certain events. So it's not going to be anything like super crazy, but just in case, like, this is your spoiler warning. Now, I will be reviewing each and every episode of this upcoming season, so be prepared for that. Let's get into the trailer, shall we? All right, girlies, we are really in the waste. We are in the threefold land, honey. I think this is Egwene, Elaine, and Nynaeve and Teleran Yod on these horses. What do y'all think? All right, hey Rand. Now we're probably in a different timeline since we're gonna be in the rings and Viridian or whatever. Here he really looks like that one guy from Criminal Minds. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He really looks like that one guy from that show. Now I'm just like, girl, get rid of this wig, girl. You are really the taint or the corruption on the One Power is really making you mad, girl. You need to see somebody's barber real quick. No shade. Like, just get this out of my face. I don't know what's going on over here. I don't know what's going on over here. Now, in the trailer, we are hearing Siuan saying the world is changing, and I love anytime she says that because it's like, girl, yeah, your world is really about to change. If the books, if the books have anything to say about where you're going, mama, yeah, your world's about to change. Moiraine, now she's channeling into this Angreal or whatever it is. Y'all already know I say this all the time, but I really love the way Rosamund Pike performs channeling the One Power, right? So I know I'm gonna get my life when I see her do this, and like, you know, these scenes are already looking really beautiful with all the weaves going off, with the landscape in the back. Like, it just really looks amazing, right? So Moiraine says in the trailer, like, you can hear her voice saying, a tide sweeping us along against our control. And then we see this scene of Liandrin getting her wig rocked. Let's talk about this, y'all. We see this scene of Liandrin getting her wig rocked. Now she's in the hall of the tower. She's at the tower. She's getting lifted up by the Amyrlin, of course, Siuan. And, you know, we also see that in the scene, Alana's there. I think the Keeper's there. Some people are saying that's Nynaeve on the side in the white. I at first thought it was Egwene, probably because of like seeing her, like those pictures of her about to do the accepted test or whatever. But people are saying this is Nynaeve on the side in white. Now, remember the last time that somebody got lifted up like this? I mean, if you don't count when Egwene put her Sul'dam, like lifted up her Sul'dam onto that spike during the season finale of season 2. Like, the last time I saw someone get lifted up like this in front of a bunch of people, especially people who are probably linked at this point, was Logain, right? Like, when Logain was about to be stilled in, I think, season 1, yeah, like, they all linked together. Liandrin was actually, which I think would be such a interesting, like, flip, right? Because Liandrin was the one who was lifting up Logain, like, and like, what was she saying? Let the tower take back that which nature itself does not wish you to hold. She snatched that. And I mean, Logain was crying and he got stilled. So like, I mean, it could be Siuan lifting her up, about to do the same exact thing because they found out that, of course, because Nynaeve and Egwene is going to come back to the White Tower and tell the White Tower that, hey, Liandrin just tried to, Liandrin just sold us into slavery. Like, she just gave us to Shan-Chan, girl. We got a dark friend running around. Right, so that means Liandrin will be outed to the White Tower as Black Aja, as Dark Friend, and so they could really be about to steal her here. Like, they could be about to lock her up, detain her, steal her, whatever. But then it seems to me that maybe more Black Aja come out at that instant. They come out of the shadows, say that it's worth it to, you know, expose their own tea, blow their cover, and save Liandrin, and so there's a fight, right? They try to save Liandrin. Because this must be the fight scene that Rafe was talking about. The fight that opens the season. He was just like, women gonna be tearing into each other, eyes to die gonna be tearing. So I think this is it. And when I say that it looks so amazing, the magic looks so good, I'm seeing the weaves of fire and all this stuff. Like, I'm seeing how the keeper swoops in to protect the Amerlin when she gets attacked. Like, oh my gosh. And some people are like, oh, Leandrin's flying. Leandrin's flying. That's not, girl, she's not flying. I think she got lifted up by, what's her face, Swan, weaves of air. And I think that when Swan got attacked, the weaves of air were cut, when she lost her focus and Leandrin was about to come back down. Leandrin ain't flying. Like, come on now. I don't think so. Swan, I love when you say the obvious, because in the trailer, she says, we cannot stand behind these walls and pretend we still have control. And I'm just like, girl, you think? Like, this tower's about to break. Leandrin, that wig is getting rocked. I'm so, like, that wig is getting rocked. Look at Moiraine and Lan. I don't know how many times I gotta tell y'all to back up off my man. Don't know how many times. Moiraine, back up off my man. Egwene said in the trailer, she said, this tower is destroying itself from the inside out. And she's right, because it is, girl. And I'm wondering if she's saying this after her accepted test or after that fight we just saw go down in the hall or something. So maybe here Alanna is fighting against Leandrin because she escaped the hall because of, the Black Eyes are coming in to save her and there's a big fight or something like that, whatever. But yeah, we could come back to this later, but I think that Alanna is fighting, just because of the other previews we saw, I think that Alanna is fighting Leandrin, and this is when I'm predicting that one of Alanna's waters died, but we can come back to that. We switch to Perrin here. Well, actually, before we do that, Moiraine says if the White Tower does not bend the knee to Rand al'Thor, he will lose the last battle. Then we switch to Perrin. I think this was in the books when Trollocs, White Cloaks, whatever, were attacking in the two rivers. I think this scene comes up again in the end of the trailer, near the end. Landon, this hairdo, yes, B.O.B. They're calling him Bob. Get into that. So look at Nynaeve in the back with this facial expression, like, my man, like, girl, okay, we know, girl, like, okay, we get it, mama, like, you won, like, okay, you don't have to rub it in. Lan says they won't just come for Rand, they'll come for all of us. And I'm like, well, that's true. Sorry to break it to y'all. Lanfair looks so good in his short cut, honey. I love it. Okay, Nynaeve and Moghedien, the Forsaken, all this sapphic energy. Let's talk about it. First of all, okay, wait. Some people think that this is the first time, this could be the first time Nynaeve ever came into contact with Moghedien. And in the books, I think the first time the girls, like, Nynaeve and them, I forget who was with her, Elaine and them. I don't even know, girl. But when the girls first meet Moghedien, they don't know who she is. And this spoiler, obviously. And they were under compulsion. So, like, they were kind of doing whatever she said, Moghedien said, and, like, just really, like, worshiping her, like, really feeling so amazing about this Forsaken. They and they had no idea. So, there's some people are saying, well, maybe this could be Nynaeve under compulsion or something, like, first time coming into contact with Moghedien. But yeah, Nynaeve, the fact that you got a Forsaken's attention, I just, wow, you got a big storm coming. Look at Moghedien's creepy smile and those Darkhold fingers. Those Darkhold fingers, please. She just need a good hand soap. I don't know where Moghedien bathroom at, but we just need to replace whatever soap she using, and make sure the hand soap on her sink is really acceptable and is effective, because I don't know what's going on. We need some antibacterial soap. Moghedien, take care of them fingers. All right, so this is Alanna, I think, walking up on Perrin. After she done lost her warder, this is me guessing based off of what I'm seeing. Now, I think those markings on her face means that she's, like, in mourning or something. I mean, that's my guess. Now, I think this is Lanfair and Rand in Tel'aran'rhiod. They cannot keep their hands or lips off of each other. And I love how this scene was cut. In my opinion, it almost made it seem like Lanfear was looking at Egwene over Rand's shoulder because she's in the next shot, Egwene is, and of course, we know Egwene is also like, gonna be messing around in Teleranrigo, becoming a dreamer, all that type of stuff, because you had a wise one here. I mean, people think I'm or whatever. Say to Egwene, you do not belong here, obviously in the dream world, obviously Teleranrigo. So it's just like, I just love that little moment there. Now this Liz, oh my God, my sister, my Shayla, my sister, this better be Teleranrigo. This better be Dream World. This better be Teleranrigo. My sister Egwene and another Ajam. Like, y'all got my sister back on the plantation? Y'all got my sister back on the plantation? Please stop playing with me. This better be a dream. This better be Dream World. I honestly think this could be an experience in Teleranrigo that Egwene is having, right? I think this could be when she's just learning how to do things in the dream world and she's made a mistake here, maybe allowed her fearful thoughts to overtake her. And, that's an issue in Teleranrigo. And now, Egwene has plunged herself into a nightmare of her own making. So that could be what it is. But the only way we ever need to revisit the Ajam is if my good sis is putting it on somebody else. Or it's a flashback, because girl, absolutely not, or a different timeline, because absolutely not. Not my good sis, not my good sis. Y'all can't get her again. That was so, oh my gosh, Egwene's story was so heartbreaking when she got hung up on that thing like a coat. Sorry, my sister, sorry. But you got hung up on that peg like a coat hanger, like a wire hanger. My sister got hung up on that peg in them kennels. Girl, I was about to cry. It was so heartbreaking. Please don't do it again and have my sister out here looking like somebody's wardrobe getting hung up like a coat hanger. Y'all, I'm so serious. I'm going to protest. All right, so Avienda says to Rand, our people have been waiting for the Karakar's return to think it might be you. Of course, we know, spoiler alert, that Rand gets these things on his arms after he goes through the rings in Rhuidean and seeing what he needed to see, right? Obviously, it marks him as a dragon reborn. I really like how they have made them look in the show. The markings, tattoos, whatever you want to call them, look really good. I don't know, y'all. This season looks like it's going to take my wig off, shred it up, and give it back to me, and expect me to say thank you, and I will. So let's talk about this moment, because after Lanfear walked Swan like a dog in front of that Waygate in season 2, Moiraine is halfway across the world while Swan is fighting for her life, fighting for her position in the White Tower. And Swan's, and Moraine's over here flirting with other women halfway across the world. Girl, Moiraine, what is going on? Okay, so here, it looks like maybe a different timeline where Rand is going to some kind of institution. And I say this because the people behind him are wearing the same kind of uniform that he has on. Now, if you read the books, I'm still going through them, but I've gotten to the part where Rand starts an institution, I guess you could say, to not spoil too much of his own. But here, it doesn't seem like he's leading the institution, right? It seems like he's attending it. And this is just me reaching. It doesn't have to be an institution in the first place. But I'm just like, okay, they're wearing the same thing. Rand all polished up. I could be reaching. Tell me what y'all think this is. But I definitely think it's a different timeline from, maybe something he's seen in the rings or whatever. Now, while we get a shot of Lanfear kissing on Rand, we hear Egwene asking, do you love her? And so I find this interesting because, Egwene over here looking at Rand, asking him, do you love her? Obviously, we're meant to think that she's talking about Lanfear or somebody. I mean, she could be talking about any of the many people that Robert Jordan had Rand with, which I think was just an absolute mess. If you ask me, the romance in these novels are absolute mess. And I mean, and on top of that, because I'm queer, just seeing all the, seeing it just, Robert really just did not, it was not hot. It's not sexy. The romance is not fun. The poly stuff to me is not handled well. Men bouncing on Rand's lap. It's just like, And that's why I don't know why people are so mad at Rafe for scrubbing all that romance stuff and starting over. He said, "Girl, we're putting Moraine with Swan, like we're doing it differently." And so, maybe they're dropping some of that stuff, but I think that maybe this is a marker for the TV show people, the people who just kind of watch the show and are not invested in the books, to have a real separation between Egwene and Rand so he can go be with all them other people he's supposed to be with. Or maybe just one, maybe just Elaine. I think he just needs to be with Elaine. Girl. So yeah, on one hand, this could really be happening. And Egwene maybe sees, Rand playing around with somebody else, or maybe she maybe she sees that he's messing around with Lanfear, right? And maybe she could be like, "Do you really love this woman that just attacked us, or this forsaken this dark friend? Like, how am I supposed to trust you? And on top of that, like, we going our separate ways. Like, you really love her? Like, what's going on?" So that could really be happening, and that would mean a permanent breakup or whatever. Go ahead and usher in the new romantic interests or interests for Rand. Or this could be a timeline from Egwene's accepted test, right? Where she goes through the arches and she sees different scenarios, different timelines, different ways her life could play out or lives could play out. And this could be one moment, but I'm thinking that it's real. I'm thinking that this could be a moment where Egwene's like, "Girl, I cannot believe that this is who you," like, she's forsaken. Like, I'm sure Egwene is like, "Girl, don't you know your own prophecies and stuff? Like, you're supposed to defeat the Dark One or join him, and now you playing around with one of his besties. Like, girl, please, please." So after having read this part in the books, right? The glass columns look almost exactly as I envisioned them. They just look so amazing. Like, they look so good. Y'all. Oh my goodness. Someone get Moraine some lip balm, please. We got to help her out. Here she is stepping through the rings, which is after which Lan asks, "What do you see in the rings?" Or what did you see in the rings? And I absolutely love how this show is portraying them going through the rings, because here they are suspended in the air while they're having their visions. And I just think that's a really, really cool way to show what they're going through. Obviously, they'll be seeing things mentally, so they ain't got to move their body around. Like, it's just really cool. Now, it doesn't seem like Matt is going to be here, y'all, so I wonder how they're going to move that around in the story, because in the books he's supposed to be here. Moraine says in the trailer, "In every future where I lived, Rand dies, and the only way he lives is if I don't." And we see different timelines, including one where she looks like she's either queen of something or Amyrlin. Here, she's definitely Amyrlin Seed. Like, she's definitely the Amyrlin Seed. And we see that Rand here has on this this same corny red marching band jacket that he don't never let go of. Now, it seems like he is about to be punished, shielded, something, whatever. Maybe they're about to put that ADOM on him. Now here, Lanfear is literally stabbing Moraine with a sword, I think, and choking her out. So it's just like, this is going to be crazy to see. I think this is Morghese, Queen of Andor here. Now, in this shot, I think she's pregnant. So maybe she's pregnant with Elaine or something, or maybe one of Elaine's siblings or whatever. And maybe through this scene, we'll get to see some origins. Maybe we'll get to see even Elaida when she was younger. Elaida, of course, being Morghese is the Queen of Andor's Aes Sedai. Like, we'll get to see when she was younger, when they were both younger, just establishing things. So here... Now, I like I said, I still think this is Alana. Alana's here in mourning. Now, her black warder then died. The white one stayed alive. Surprise, surprise. Well, let me... Okay, hold on. No, but clearly after that battle from earlier, which I think maybe is Alana chasing after Liandrin after she didn't escape the hall, after she didn't escape the Amyrlin and running away. And Liandrin is like, "Girl, no, I'm getting away." So yeah, I mean, this could be from that, and she lost a warder. Alana lost a warder, and now once that happens, Alana's really talking like someone straight from the Green Aja. I know she's already green, but like, she really talking like a Green Aja now. She was like, "We need to cut down all our enemies, honey." What did she say in the trailer? She was like, "We don't win battles with politics and prophecies. we win with armies. So yeah, I just think, obviously I'm not gonna spoil what's going on with Alana and what like she's about to do. That's gonna make a lot of people look at her in an interesting light. Uh but like, because if you haven't read the books, you're not gonna know what she is about to do. But like setting this up and having her warder die obviously is going to be very important for where she's going. Now I love seeing Fail fighting, oh my gosh, and Loyal alongside the Aiel. Now someone said maybe this is Alana during the fight in the two rivers, creating a distraction or something. I don't know. At first I'm like, why it look dark like the waves or something, but like the surroundings. But yeah, I don't know who this is. Somebody tell me what y'all think. Avienda here with her fire swords, spears, weaves of fire. Loving to see this. Loving to see this, and I will love to see how the Aiel use the one power versus, you know, the what they call them, the wetlanders, the tree killer. Can't wait to see how the wise ones, of course, use the one power versus the Aes Sedai in the show, and see them interact will be a lot of fun. All these Aiel. Here is probably where Rand declares himself the dragon reborn before them all. So that's gonna be a scene. Landfair got on this business casual. Hey boo. Okay, how many times I gotta tell y'all to back up off my man? Nah, but I'm happy to see Nynaeve still got this man obsessed with her. Now, Moiraine is going through it in those rings in Meridian. Like, please, like, do you hear me? She's going through it. And yes, mark my words, this is the shot where Alana's warder dies. For her storyline in the future, for her character, her warder dying, of course, makes a lot of sense, sets up a lot. Fail and Perrin are so hot. Let's talk about that. Fail's another person who keeps putting her hands all over my man, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Now, why does this feel like after Moiraine got attacked by Lanfear? Like, girl, you up here crying in Lan's arms. Like, maybe a different timeline or something, but I feel like she had on that same kind of blue when Lanfear was attacking her and choking her out, but I could be wrong. Okay, so I think this shot of Rand is depicting a particular scenario situation from the books. Book 4, The Shadow Rising, when there were multiple copies of him, like reflections from a mirror that came to life and attacked him. And like, because I think you can see multiple copies of him barely in this shot. I know it's grainy and stuff, but like, and I also think that there's another figure who's not him on the bed, who's like kind of being held down almost. And so I'm wondering if this happens when like Lanfear and Rand are canoodling, maybe cuddling, and like, you know, a bubble of evil or whatever Robert Jordan calls it, like, comes and multiple copies of Rand come and he uses one power to get rid of them all. Do y'all think I'm reaching with that one, or you think that's like where it's from? For those of y'all who are book people. But anyway, hopefully I broke this down in a way that like book people and people who are not book people can like digest it, understand it, enjoy it. I didn't want to give too much away, but I still wanted to give like a bunch of context. So that's why I put the spoiler warning in the beginning. So don't come at my neck. Spoiler warning. Thank y'all so much for watching. I literally cannot wait for this season to come. Like, the trailer looks so beautiful, looks so good. Cannot wait to be reviewing every single episode. Like, y'all know I do. It will be so much fun. We always have so much fun. Thank y'all so much for watching. Love y'all so much. And I will check y'all out later. Peace. Make sure that you're going to www.zaraxia.com. When you join the wait list there on the site, you will be the first to be notified when I drop my sequel. Also, you'll immediately get chapter 1 of my upcoming sequel of the upcoming book sent to your email as a PDF. So check that out. Also, this is a different excerpt from my upcoming book, so you definitely want to pause to read if you're trying to get your life. Keep in mind that this upcoming book, the sequel, is following up the first book that is already released called Zaraxia, Wrath of the God King. I released it a few years ago. It was my introduction to writing, fantasy and stuff. So just go easy on me. But either way, as you can see here, it's given 4.9 stars. It's given 4.9 stars. So yeah, check out Xeraxia Wrath of the God King while you wait for Xeraxia, the Vengeance of Coldwind, right? And go to Xeraxia.com, sign up, join the waitlist, get your free chapter. Thank you so much.